Y'all, I pressed record early, and we weren't ready, and Poodle's still finishing a cough drop, so it's going to sound like he's sucking a dick during this show. Welcome to 90 Day Gays.
Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love. It's 90-day gays. Let's love.
That's disgusting.
Like Maggie on The Simpsons.
Or like me on a Friday night after a football game in the locker room. Just the defensive line, y'all. Remember, we're not whores.
Maddie, are you there?
Where are you, boy? I'm here in the ball closet. There's not a ball closet. There is now.
Oh, we always had people calling after us.
Wait, dude, this was a good episode.
This was a good episode. Let's jump right in. Let's just jump in.
I just want to give one where you at, by the way, because I just flew back from Oklahoma.
Where are you at?
And
I could tell you where I'm at because you can tell my voice sounds like a $3 whore.
y'all, he started High Holy Days this week, so he's busy.
I've been yelling at grumpy choir Jews
And playing music in minor keys.
and talking over rabbis.
But speaking of music, I'm so excited to share this with you. I downloaded the new Trisha Yearwood CD, Every
Okay.
Girl. It's amazing.
It's called Every Girl?
Every Girl. That's one of the songs on there.
Okay.
Because I know
I
you
thought
love
that was going to be what I was going to call you from now on.
Every Girl. Anyway, I'm excited, y'all, because Jake likes her too. Her voice.
I do like her. Yeah.
It is good.
Good.
That's all I want to say.
I'm happy for her.
I'm happy for her too.
Yeah, he just got back into town. He drove here from the airport, and we're doing this show
because it's important. Let's talk about
This is
our
important.
folks. Lonely Hearts. Omar and Avery and Omar.
No, me and Omar. Me and Omar.
Boy, that's a
it's this Omar or Omar. If you'd use it an object, Omar and me are going to blah blah blah. Me and Omar.
Me
it's
and
just
Omar.
So awful.
Terry lost a lot of weight.
I saw that.
She looks great.
She looks good.
I'm just glad she's healthy.
That's such a Southern lady comment. I'm just glad she's healthy.
I'm just glad she's healthy.
The shit
Well,
hit the fan now because
yes.
So Terry's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Now Avery has to be herself. She doesn't have a foil with her mother, with Omar. And so now she has to act like herself. So Avery immediately kind of regresses to being a child in front of Omar, which, wait, she's 19.
She kind of, she kind of becomes a child and a little bit like, you can see that she's her mother's daughter.
Yeah, and she's kind of lip pursing because I'm sorry, she had a foil with her mother there. And so she was acting anti her mother. Now she has to be like her mother.
She does. And your eyes look so blue with that shirt.
Thank you. It's just compliment day.
Take your grinder picture with that. But
I'm wearing too many clothes.
And they could swipe past your picture and say, there goes old blue eyes. Anyway, I have to say, I was kind of impressed that Terry came back and they talked. And
when they were at Lebanese IHOP.
Yes, when they were at Lebanese IHOP. And
with like modular units.
Yes, it was so weird. And Omar says, you'll think that I would invite her to a country that's unsafe? Yes. Yes, I would, because you can't even pluck and plan a wedding.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even get a minister.
Omar doesn't have a lot of life skills, it seems.
No, I don't know how he's going to get... Y'all, I would not have somebody from Syria who has a dental degree work on your teeth. Because I don't think there's a precedent.
But even more so, Omar understand where Terry's coming from. All we've seen, from what I've seen on the news, Syria is just like 90% rubble.
It is.
That's the way. Now, it may
is.
not be. I'm sure there are nice parts where there's like a lovely like little pool over here and some lambs by it, and someone's like making spanakopita.
Probably.
Or some dish. That's Greek. Sorry. What did they eat in Syria? I'm sure it's some type of hummus.
Hashtag dumb Americans.
Everybody's got some type of hummus.
Everybody has a hummus.
Anyway, I'm sure there are lovely parts. But when
we don't see it.
We
as
don't
Americans.
see it. And so he should be a little more understanding about that.
I think so too. And then he goes into this whole kind of Oprah talk where he was like, no one can foresee the future. It just has to be. It is. Live in the moment. Bullshit. And I'm like,
and Terry's already thinking, how do I not without my daughter?
Yes.
How do I knock her out and take her back on the plane with me? Yeah.
But then she said, which I was impressed by this, when she said, she was like, bye to my son. And she said, I'm glad now that I met him, I'm glad she's married him.
Yeah, I think that took a lot of coaxing from producers.
You think?
Yeah.
I just thought maybe she thought he was nicer than her daughter.
We're going to see a different Omar later as we were talking about this. As soon as Terry leaves. But what happens is so it shows her going into the room on her wedding night where Avery's doing her I'm going to get that dick walk. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get that dick. I'm going to get that dick. She's a dick pig. I'm going to get that dick. I'm a dick pig. I'm a dick pig. I'm a dick pig. Is that Lebanese music?
Yeah, you got to make it sound Middle Eastern.
Middle Eastern?
Y'all, my accent's probably real bad.
It's awful.
I've been in Oklahoma for a week.
It's absolutely awful, and it's weird country things.
And my dad says like words like, Matthew, why would you want to borrow that? And I'm like, borrow?
Barry?
He says Barry. He doesn't say borrow. He says Barry.
That's so fucking country.
I think my dad would say tote it. I think he would. So anyway, y'all.
Oh, it gives me such joy when Angela says tote it.
It does
we're going to
too.
talk about it
We're gonna
later.
talk about Angela later.
So it looks like the next morning, Avery's got that. She got that dick. She's got that dick look on her face. She says when she asks what time is it, she says it's dick o'clock.
It is.
She got dick.
Mm-hmm.
And she, so the fact that Omar's never kissed a girl before. And I wrote, how does one teach that? How does one teach kissing?
My older brother told me how to do it.
By showing you?
No. That's gross. How
So
did
what
you
is
learn
it?
how to kiss?
I think I just watched movies and tried to do what
you
they
learn
did.
movies.
I don't know. I was just thinking that was difficult to handle.
He just said, no tongue. My brother was like, not yet. You're too young
Then
for
you
that.
stick your face on theirs.
You just kind of kiss a little bit.
I don't want to think about you learning how to kiss girls.
I'm a great kisser. You know, I saw two of the girls that I dated back in Long Grove.
Dated in quotation marks.
I tell you, they're putting hormones in the food because my friend Jessica, one of the girls I dated, we're still good friends today. I love her. She's married to a really great guy, one of the coaches, and they have kids. But her son looked 25, and he's 16. Are they putting hormones or
What
something?
is you mean
All
kids
those
are
kids.
growing up earlier?
Like I went down and looked on the football. My nephew played football. I went down on the field to take a
I'm
picture
sure
with
you
him.
weren't aroused at all.
Well, I have to say, some of the kids, I'm like, oh, little kid. And I'm like, who's that man in the football?
And they're like, oh.
And they have beards.
Yeah, sometimes that happens in high school.
And it is. And now, because of you, I look at some of those seniors and I go, shit, he has big dick face. And then I go, he's 17, Matt.
You know, there's no harm in remarking.
But do you feel like, I think kids just look
sometimes,
older than we did.
Sometimes the gift is a curse. I'll tell you that.
It is a curse. I agree with that.
It's a hard, you know what? Heavy wears the crown. Heavy he who,
Y'all,
heavy is he who wears the
heavy
crown.
who
Heavy
sucks
the
the
head.
dick.
Heavy the head who wears the crown.
Heavy,
That's it.
heavy the head who knows the head.
Exactly.
Y'all,
Exactly.
come at us if you think kids look too old today for their age.
I agree.
Anyway.
I want to call BS on something that Avery's wedding night was perfect. Because if you've never had sex before, well, Omar's never had sex before, supposedly.
Yeah.
Maybe Avery, who's been down that road, showed him some things. She showed him some things.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. That lasted like 2 minutes. Like
a minute and a half.
Sploosh.
Yeah. I don't even think it was that many e's. I think it was just sploosh.
I wrote down that is some Darcy level delusion.
Oh, Darcy.
Trademark.
Ooh,
Darcy level.
Darcy has delusion
DLD.
trademarked. Yeah, it didn't take that long.
It's very
at all.
romantic.
No, it was just Avery. I bet she's a bad lay too.
She's probably She's
just
very
into herself.
Well, I feel like she'd be really trying to please him, and she'd be like doing an elaborate blowjob, like with her tongue everywhere, like she's some kind of giant dragon. And just
a dragon. I swear I saw a dragon. Y'all,
is that Pete's dragon?
Yes, here's the Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney. Loved him.
A dragon. I swear I saw a dragon.
I love y'all. If I sing Candles on the Water right now,
I will cry.
Poodle will cry. I sang to that to him when he was
Reddy.
When he was in a coma, I'd sing to it.
Such
in
a
the
strange
hospital.
Thing to say.
Well, I knew you loved it. Speaking of songs, when this is going back a little bit, but when Terry was driving away, I just heard in my head, she's had 18 years to get ready for this day. Oh, letting go. Your child is gonna be in Syria. Oh, letting go. That bomb might hit her eye. We might have to add that for the musical episode.
We might have to. We got to sing that whole
Y'all,
thing.
that's still coming. But Poodle's in high holy days, and I got to go back to Oklahoma again for a week for a wedding. So
Y'all,
it's going
to go back
again.
It's ridiculous.
Maybe we'll do like not a cabaret. We'll do a 90-day holiday special. We'll sing some songs and maybe do a couple of holiday songs, Christmas songs, because it'll be done. We'll be able to do it in November, December. I guess not. You hated that idea.
How can you tell by my face?
Yes.
Anyway. I don't really love holiday specials because it narrows us down.
That's true. All right, continue. He's right.
So Terry leaves, and Omar and Avery go to the Lebanese Cost Plus World Market.
And she is very excited to buy the cheapest
terrible shit of like really gaudy Qurans.
These are the ugliest tchotchke shit.
Mayday, Avery has no taste. So unless you thought that she would be normal, she has zero taste. Gaudy garbage.
And Omar, I'm telling you now, you're going to be fucking Celine in about 2 months in the gym. Because you're going to be sick of this bitch spending all your money.
Yeah, I like that. Who's that? That's It's my gym partner.
Yeah.
Was that a woman or a man?
No, a woman. She said, who's Celine?
I thought he said Salim.
Oh.
Because Muslims would have a gym partner who is the same gender they would. I believe.
That's true.
Yeah. You were just thinking Celine Dion, you queer.
Oh, she's coming out with a new album, too. Her new songs are good.
I've only heard that one. It was a slow burn, but that was called Courage. Don't let me down.
Something like that.
We can't remember anything. I also wrote down. I just wrote this because I all honesty in my notes. Avery is annoying as shit.
She is. And why are we talking about dancing in the street? Who fucking cares?
I wrote down. I'm shocked that her dancing in the street would make a Muslim devout man uncomfortable. Because they have problems with that. And she kept saying, can I dance in the street in America? And he's like, no, I don't want my wife dancing in the street. And I kept saying, can I dance on the street on a dish? Can I dance on the street with a fish? Can I dance on the street on a box? Can I dance on the street with a fox? That's what she just kept asking. I'm like, girl, you're annoying.
Girl, you can't dance. Sorry.
You can't. You're a Muslim now. You're probably going to be really restricted where you can dance, and it's almost certainly not public.
I really don't like her, but I really enjoy kind of Omar and Terry. So if they were on the 90 days, like if he came to Ohio and they were on the 90 days, and Avery was having to deal with that shit, I'd kind of like to see both of them just destroy her.
I don't think. Yeah, that would be fun. Maybe they could team up.
I'm here for it. Maybe
That's-
Terry's skinny. She'll just get down on that dick on Omar. Hey, some moms have done it.
That's about all I've got for Miss Avery.
That's all I had to. I didn't care much about him.
Where's my? I did this in a weird way.
Oh God. Well, our next
On the
lonely-
back. Oh, Angela.
Angela.
She appeared in a radiant yellow, dipping her lady legs in a pool with pink leg warmers on, and they were wet.
It wasn't the worst one. That she just saying, Michael, I just need you
she
to
was
know.
in Tweety yellow.
It was a Tweety yellow. Tweety yellow.
I thought I saw a fat lady.
Yeah, we did. She, y'all, they are. This plot line seemed so. It was like a Steven Spielberg movie with The Rock in it by the end of it, because they're just sitting talking about having a baby, and then we rush to all this. An egg? Do you have an egg? And I was like, oh my gosh, this is all. Did you feel like that was so soon?
It was, and it was edited. It was really compressed.
Yes.
This was like a whole day of talking about fertility.
Yes.
So this must have been a really bad conversation, because to be honest, when Michael and Angela aren't fighting, they are snoozeville. Unless they're in the bedroom and they're making us want to throw up.
Mm-hmm.
With those handcuffs.
But they're always fighting.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get that. So she really, y'all, she's going through with this baby thing. Why does Michael always sweat? Have you noticed that?
I think it's fucking hot in Nigeria.
But Angela's not.
I think because she grew up in fucking buttfuck Georgia,
Oh.
that it's always like 103.
With the humidity makes it like
Yes.
115.
It also could be that she has so much makeup on, and her skin is so dry that she just absorbs everything into it.
That's true.
She
'cause
has
he's
kind of
young
like
and oily.
You saw her face on when she was laying down, and it looked like Tyrannosaurus dinosaur skin on her face.
It did.
Like saddlebag.
It
Poor
really
thing.
didn't look good. Speaking of someone's face, Nick Carter just got a face tattoo.
No, Aaron Carter.
I mean.
And it looks all. First of all, if you
awful.
get a face tattoo, you pretty much all employment opportunities are gone.
Are gone. But y'all, he's going to be the best new artist in the world because he has new music coming out.
This is really sad, but the first thing I thought of when I saw the face tattoo is, and the OD clock just started.
Yeah.
Isn't that awful? But that's
No.
the first thing I thought of.
Well,
I'm like, start the OD clock, everybody.
Nick Carter has a restraining order against him.
Yeah, you'd need
because
it.
he said that he threatened to kill his wife and his unborn baby. And then
Y'all,
Aaron said we're done for life.
It's got to be mental illness. It's almost certainly drugs.
It's not mental illness. I'm telling you, he's been doing meth, and once you do meth so
Your
much,
head's screwed up.
it gives you psychosis and schizophrenia.
So
it is mental illness,
even
but
if
it's
he's not
drugs.
actively using drugs now,
Yeah.
which to get a face tattoo,
That's a commitment. That is a commitment, y'all.
Um,
Poodle, I got earrings, and he got an eyebrow
And I got an
tattoo, and we
eyebrow.
had to take that out.
So anyway, I want to use a quote and quotable, and I learned a new word.
Strong tea,
Strong tea. Give me strong tea with quote and quotable. So Angela definitely does not want Michael to have sex with another woman,
No,
as his mother suggested.
no.
She's like, that ain't happening. So that's not going to happen. And then Michael's kind of suggesting it, and he's like, well, she's like, would you want to do that? And he's like, well, and he's like, you would have sex with another woman to pregnate her. So
Oh, that's why Michael's sweating, because he's terrified of what to say.
exactly. So you can pregnate someone.
Oh, yeah, you didn't know that?
You got to pregnate. That's a new verb.
Yeah.
My neighbor's dog pregnated the dog next to her.
Yeah, and
you
if
pregnate her.
Yeah, and if they're trying to get pregnant, you're in a state of pregnation.
It works as that too.
Yeah, it
All right.
made sense to me.
So, and my favorite term was something that Michael coined. Lots of people have a side chick.
Heads of a side. He is. You're right. He is trained by somebody British.
Yeah.
When she asked him though, would you do that? Would you just tell me yes or no? And she said, I'm not going to be mad at you. I just need to know. Yeah. And he literally was like, oh, I don't know what to do. And then he was like, whatever you want.
It's
and
like,
I was like, good answer.
Angela saying, so I'm going to cut off your finger or I'm going to cut off your toe. Which would you rather do?
Michael, which one?
Which one, Michael? You got to tell me now. I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be mad, and I'm not going to surprise you.
Shoulders, knees, and toes. I'll fuck you over. That's the song she's singing.
Head, shoulders, eyes, and ears, and mouth, and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Come at us if you went to Vacation Bible School and learned that song.
I learned that at Stoptown Baptist, where they served us Nutter Butters.
That's a place, y'all. Stoptown Baptist Church.
I just drove by it back home just so I could see
Stoptown.
Stobbtown.
Stoptown.
Stoptown.
That's even worse.
Yeah, I think they have snakes. Now, but I don't go there now.
Half of this shit I thought was made up. That he was just telling random stories. And then our friend Lindsay, who lived with us for a while, we met some of these people, and now we believe all of it.
They're all true, y'all. I should have you and Lindsay come with me back home to Ardmore.
I think I'd just stare around and look scared.
I think so, too. Although the Episcopal Church had a rainbow fire hydrant they painted out in the front. Anyway.
So
he's scared.
We're at the next thing is we're at the fertility clinic. And I also said, are we supposed to fault Michael for wanting to want to have sex with another woman besides Angela? I mean, it's just, I mean,
give
come
the guy
on.
a break.
So,
Can you be mad at him?
Angela's got on a lovely rainbow top.
He's going to have a side chick no matter what.
Yeah. And the big concern is, I might not have no eggs.
Well, since it's been 7 months since you had a fucking
I wrote that
period.
down too. 7 months.
Like, Angela, I could have saved you a doctor trip. I could have saved it.
And so then we start probing her uterus, and then I went into complete violation because I was being subjected to see the inside of her vagina.
Well, her uterus, but yes.
Yes.
We really don't know anything about this topic.
So
they said it was beautiful.
Another great quote is, "Woo-hoo, I got me an egg."
She did.
Woo-hoo, so I can tote.
So I can tell. I don't know.
And then without missing a beat, the fertility doctor says, "Yes, you can tote." So evidently, tote is also a Nigerian word.
I guess so. Yes, you can tote.
So I can tote.
Impregnation. Also, someone, I can't remember who it was. Someone on our Sissy Squad, y'all, on Facebook, which, by the way, if you're not on our Facebook Sissy Squad,
y'all,
jump
we're
in.
up to 725 members.
725?
Yes.
That's crazy. We're going to do big something. We have 1,000. We're going to have so much shit we have to do. But anyway, y'all, someone posted a picture of what Angela's egg would look like, and I think it was a picture of a prune, and it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I died laughing I felt bad because this is Angela's body and her eggs. But it was pretty fucking funny.
She's gone on TV.
She knows. She's done a lot of TV.
She's done Maury.
Yeah.
Before. She's been on TV for a
So
while.
she's coming for it.
She's a personality. She's a personality.
She is a personality.
I'm glad she's on this show, personally. She's my fave.
She's mine too. But y'all, she has one egg, and they think that the egg's probably dead.
And so they're probably going to need to get Skyla's egg so she can tote it.
Here's the deal, though. They keep talking about they're going to do this. Bit's going to carry the baby and all this. And I'm like, can they just not get a donor egg? If they're gonna go through and do all this,
she's part of her bloodline.
She did say bloodline. My dad would say that too. That's very important to
I get
people.
it. I get it, but The
But
world, we have too many people already.
Just
it's like we
adopt.
have. It's like we have too many dogs. Stop buying them.
Don't get a dog and don't get a
Go
baby.
to a rescue.
Go to a
There
rescue.
are plenty of baby rescues that you can just go pick up a baby at.
I mean, I think
Right?
it's a little different since, I do. If I was a woman, I would want to be pregnant.
Anyway,
I would. I'd want the sensation of it.
I wouldn't. I just want to buy a baby.
Oh no, I would love it. It's really, really hard.
No,
but
if
I
I
would
was
love
going to have a baby,
I would love to breastfeed.
I would just buy it.
Oh no, I'd breastfeed
I
and
would
everything.
say, where is an affordable baby that's not the cheapest baby?
And you buy
that's
wet
not the
nurse?
most expensive baby. Oh yeah, I'd go all for it.
Not me. I'd want to
And
do
then
it all.
they would give it to me when I was like 2.
Although breastfeeding's really hard, y'all. And
I'm
if
not
you don't
interested in
breastfeed,
babies.
that's okay. Do what you need to do.
My mother would say it's not, but that's a whole different.
Oh, I
story.
disagree with that.
But
Thriving is better.
But no, I'm saying I don't have an opinion either way.
Oh,
My mother
your
was like hardcore breastfeeding.
It's really
Yeah.
hard. It doesn't happen easily.
There's all kinds of studies about the baby is healthier. All kinds.
Well, I know,
of
but I
stuff.
mean, it's really hard.
It's hard on the mother. Yeah.
I think people think the baby just goes titty.
No, it's hard to do it. Yeah.
Hard. Now, sucking dick, y'all, like falling off
Off a log. Yeah.
off a log
We
on
learned to do
another
that.
log. On another log. That was just like, I was like, what is this you're putting in my face?
Oh,
you're slapping this on my eye. Wait, and then suddenly it was like,
What song are you singing?
come to me,
Oh, Bolly.
your precious penis, and I'll suck you today.
Okay, not to take away from your penis rant, and that somehow went from breastfeeding to that.
I mean, I'm done with them.
I am too.
So speaking of wanting to suck a dick, let's talk about Lonely Hearts Akini and Benjamin.
And Benjamin, which we already know, y'all, it's a monster.
I'm
Patented
drunk.
fan screen.
I'm drunk.
I'm drunk. So
Margaritas don't have a lot of alcohol. But
I
whatever.
wrote. Oh, she had one drink. Like that was my biggest problem. Like, how can this bitch be drunk? I need like 5.
You do.
So that was a real point of contention for me, by the way.
Well, she does live in
In Kenya,
Children of God in
Yeah,
Kenya.
she
Like,
doesn't
how
drink
much
a
does
lot.
she drink? Yeah.
So we start out with Benjamin in Fidel's apartment.
Yes.
Which is painted like a Trading Spaces episode circa 2003.
Ding, ding, ding,
Like
ding,
that
ding,
Doug would
ding,
do,
ding,
or
ding,
Hildy.
ding, ding. No, Hildy would do something way weirder.
You're right, but it was
Hildy
like
put
that kind
hay
of like
laws.
it was that kind of like lime orangey.
Doug would have done it. Also, Frank would have done that.
Yes, he would have.
Y'all, Trading Spaces came back, and I still watched it. I loved it.
Oh, I didn't watch the new
the
stuff.
new Carpenter is hot.
Oh, I was watch Carter Oosterhouse. Oh,
no.
my God.
The new.
There's a new one?
Oh my God. I follow him on
I
Instagram.
think I only watched it for that.
and he is very attractive.
Anyway, so I want to talk about now that they're kind of Benjamin is kind of there. He's living by himself.
He's going to his apartment now.
And-
Really nice apartment.
So he gets a bag. This is a big deal. I wrote down, he gets a bag of chips and pours in a bowl. And I wrote, I wish I felt good enough about myself to pour a little bit of chips in a bowl and know that I wouldn't go back 4 times.
and fill the bowl
and
5 times.
Pour the bowl 5 times. I could never do that. I can't buy chips.
It's a metaphor for his entire episode because he has to, because of his relationship with Christ, he is denying himself.
Maybe.
No, it is literally a metaphor because who does that?
Come at us, y'all, if you've ever poured chips into
a
a
bowl.
little tiny bowl.
Oh, come at us. I want a picture of it. Post it.
Because I honestly wish I was
I don't
that good of a
believe you.
person.
I don't know who would do that.
I will buzz through a bag of chips
I
like
s-
a fucking Tasmanian devil.
I saw you eat a whole bag of Doritos in 3 minutes.
I love chips, y'all.
They're so good. I don't know who would done that.
Anyway.
So we're finding out Akini,
yeah.
y'all. Kenny's a wild preacher's girl daughter because she's already
She's a PK.
She's a PK. She's already
preacher's kid.
lying to her father, saying that she went on safari. Which, who goes on a safari in Kenya? You live there.
You just walk around and see the animals.
Yeah, you just walk to school and you're like, there's a lion.
That was my problem with the...
My friend got 8. Well, that's my life.
My friend's not here anymore.
Where is Bobby? Oh.
Snake got him.
Bobby. But it's so... Anyway, she's on safari. She's staying with Benjamin.
Which your father doesn't know.
We're seeing how immature she is and that she just wants that fucking dick.
Ooh, she can smell it.
She's like...
She's like Scooby-Doo, y'all, for Scooby Dick.
Dick. That's what she's doing.
So anyway, she's got dick. She's got dick fever too. She knows it. She's seen it in the pants too.
She wants him to sleep in the same bedroom but a different bed.
And they've got like an Ozzie and Harriet bedroom or a Lucy and Ricky bedroom.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. That doesn't work because I tried that shit in high school with a guy that I had a crush on, and I'm pretty sure he had a crush on me, and there was only a twin bed, and I said, I'll sleep on the floor, and he's like, no, sleep in here, and the next thing you know, someone's popping in the back door while you're sleeping. And then you're not a lady anymore.
You were never a lady.
I'm just saying, it can happen.
So we're on safari. They went to
a zoo.
Yeah.
And did you even see her? Of course, she loved the rhino. That big horn on the front. She's like, oh, I love the rhino. I'm like, girl, her vagina lips are literally like they're like
dick pig.
Dick
talking about the dick pig.
She's like, y'all know in Harry Potter when Sirius Black dies, and there's that archway with the curtains that are flowing on, and then he just falls into the arch, and we don't see him anymore. That's gonna happen to Benjamin's dick because she's gonna devour him alive.
I don't remember any of the Harry Potter movies, and I don't know why. I just forget all of them.
I've seen the movies. I've read the books twice.
But I honestly can't remember what happens in any of them.
I think I just remember because I read the books. Oh. Actually, I listened to them. Jim Dale, they're amazing.
Like there's so much that happens in them that I can't remember.
Audiobooks are way better. Way better.
Okay.
Harry.
Anyway.
I know we got some people out there. Come out here.
I respect the fandom, y'all.
We should go to Harry Potter World with some of our fans. Y'all, if y'all want to come out here and pay for our tickets, we will go with you to Harry Potter World. I was just
about to say, if you've got an extra like $80, I'd love to see that.
I have a Gryffindor robe and even a wand.
Nerd.
Bridget Green made me buy it.
Of course.
Anyway,
I'm going dressed like a normal person, and I will make fun of you if you go in costume.
So she wants to sleep in the bedroom, and she starts giving examples of what would be temptation for him. Of what if I come out in a towel in the bedroom, and literally,
I posted it on the Facebook group. His eyes were like, he literally
it's like
his
Roger
eyes
Rabbit looking at Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Woo woo choo choo.
Yeah, it was his eyes popped out of his head.
It was crazy, and then she starts saying, "Touch the forbidden fruit. Put your hand in the cookie jar." Anybody else would have
just took her and fucked her,
or just
there.
lick. Yeah, I thought she was gonna keep going and say, "Put your hand in the cookie jar." Lick my vagina. Like, I just thought she was going to start getting graphic.
Anybody else would have jumped right in there.
Now, do you... Because some people... I don't think Benjamin's gay, y'all.
No, I don't.
I think he's just kind of awkward.
He's really awkward.
And very... He's just really dedicated to his faith.
He's kind of incel-ish. Kind of like involuntary celibate-ish. Because he's just... He has issues.
I think that
and
last girl...
he's gotten wrapped up around in religion.
When I think that last girl fucked him over
yes.
big time.
Must have been Latin because his son
No, she was black.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I think he's just trying to be preventative about that.
Oh, hence a Keeney. He's got a type. She's got a type. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just want to say one thing. there's all that. I feel like it's more of a plot point, but all this talk about Grayson, what's Grayson going to think of you and this? He's like, well, I'm going to introduce you as your stepmom. And I'm like, why don't we just try friend at first? I feel like they're really pushing this whole, I know he wants to know if Bikini wants to be a stepmom because he wants to marry her, but they just met so
Yeah,
soon.
I wrote, does it have to be, here's your stepmother? Can it be, this is my friend, then this is my wife?
Yeah.
Then later on, yeah, he's getting super traditional. Y'all, Benjamin is kind of like a gross, controlling person.
He kind of is. I have to say,
like her father.
I don't judge a lot of people that meet people, even Avery. I think she's dumb.
I'll judge Avery.
But I do judge people. It's like, what's the girl who's pregnant now on 90 Day the Other Way, who's dating the guy who has a gambling problem?
Oh, God, I can't remember her name.
Anyway, the
It's
pretty
like
Latin
Tiffany.
girl. Y'all,
Tiffany?
maybe. She looks like a Tiffany.
Hairstylist.
I judge the people that are
She
bringing
brought
their
her fucking kid.
that are bringing their kids into this. I'm like, Benjamin, if
Ronald,
this is such a
who talks
concern,
like this, Ronald, whose accent bothers me more than
Yeah.
anything else I can imagine.
I'm just saying, Benjamin, if you have a kid in this, maybe you shouldn't ask a girl to marry you in a month. Maybe we need to take longer.
I agree. I don't think, but he's so
judging.
fucked over by religion that's where he's going.
He
And also,
is.
he wants her goo.
And Keenan
the
says
only
she
way-
doesn't want to be a stepmom.
Nope.
Jake, how would you be at us being a stepmom? I was
Darling,
thinking, what
haven't
would
you ever heard of a little thing called boarding school?
That sums it up.
That's from the Baroness from The Sound of
That's
Music.
Sound of Music.
That's how you get your kids. If you marry someone who's got kids, find a way to send them away,
Yeah.
because nothing's worse than having the person's old kids not like you.
And they don't want to deal with you either. They don't want a new mom or a new dad.
They've already got someone they're
They've
sharing
already got-
custody with. Or
Yeah.
if their mother died, they're going to hate you anyway.
Yeah, so just send them away.
But look, there's no other real recourse.
Exactly.
Find a way to make that private school money.
We're two gay
Boarding
men
school.
who are living
We
like
know
children.
we know a lot about
We know a lot
parents.
about parenting.
That is the truth.
Yeah, so Anyway, she gets drunk, y'all.
I mean, my apartment is covered in music.
A
child would die in here.
And he has a huge pump bottle of lube in the corner.
It's a pump bottle of sanitizer.
Sure, whatever you want to call it.
Anyway, so they're at the dinner. They go to dinner at Carnivore.
Mm-hmm. It's like Akini has never been out in the world.
Yeah.
She's like fucking Jodie Foster in Nail.
She's Tay in the wind.
Yes, she is.
Tay in the wind.
Tay in the wind. She's like, oh, what's this food? Does it have oil on it?
Yeah, he's like, it's a sauce. Is it oil? It's a
The
sauce.
Does it have oil?
If it one more time, I almost threw my TV out the window. So she orders a margarita.
She does.
And he says, that's the only one she's allowed. It's the creepiest laugh anyone has ever laughed.
It's so creepy. It's so like, it felt like so white supremacist, patriarchal.
It's funny because I'm trying to control you.
Stop
'Cause
it.
women barely have rights.
Yeah.
In this country especially. And I love it that you were raised that way. Anyway, so although I almost didn't fault him when she got drunk off of one drink, which we think it's one margarita.
She did put her head on the table at one point, and I was like,
I've
wow.
been there.
Y'all, one time I walked in the bar, and the bartender said, can someone get their friend who's sleeping on the bar? And I looked, and it was Poodle, and I think you also had your hand down someone's butt, but you were asleep.
That sounds about right.
Wow. He also was in drag.
As Ethel Merman.
As Ethel Merman, yes.
She did do a toast of "Here's to Adam and Eve," which I don't really understand.
I think that was a little blasphemous. And then she started saying,
she didn't want to pray.
she said,
Talk
I
about
can't talk to
Jesus.
Jesus when I'm drunk. Y'all.
That's fair.
I've talked to Jesus when I'm drunk. I've talked to Jesus when I've been getting fucked. I've talked to Jesus in a lot of precarious
always
situations.
there.
He's always there. No judgment. He's going to hear you no matter what, Akini.
It's true. He's been there.
He's been there.
Jesus has been a sling.
Tim hasn't. We're going to get to that later.
Yes, I think. Are we there?
No, our next Lonely Heart actually is.
Oh.
I mean, oh, Tom and Darcy.
We're going to the club. We're in Albania. It's time to go out.
That's how we do in Albania.
That's how we do in Albania.
Yes, I'm like, y'all are way too old to be
Are
doing
we
any of
ready
this
to
shit.
go to club?
Florian's very excited.
Florian, Darcy, are you there? Come, Darcy.
Y'all,
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Darcy.
I am all about everybody living the truth, but they are too old to do this. They should be going out to an Outback Steakhouse like normal people.
Her jugs are literally hanging out.
At some point, you could see the top of her nipple.
It looks like she has two piglets in her bra. Like they're almost oinking. You can see that's a horse. There was a time where I said I see the nipple.
Yeah, you could see top. It was
Yeah.
like sun,
Like a little bit of areola.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset.
Dude, that's what I've been doing
That's
all
what
weekend.
you've been doing. But she
so-
is literally, y'all. When you look up, how can someone be poured into a dress? You will see the definition of that.
And it's a bad color for her. It's this kind
bad.
of crepe thing that kind of makes it look like she's naked.
Yes.
I would have went with Stacy's leather ensemble, which made her look like Madonna in Human Nature video.
That's true. And I'm not a flower. So they go. They're having drinks, and
How about a cucumber martini?
sure. Well, I don't know. I don't want
I like
something
it
so.
like sweet.
This discussion about drinks are a metaphor.
It
In fact,
was.
I feel like this is a time for 90-day gays theater. Are you going to be Stacy or Darcy? They're basically the same.
I'm gonna be. Stacy's a little higher, so I'll be Stacy.
Okay. All right.
I'll let you. And here we go.
Stacy, you going to get a drink?
Yeah. I'm gonna get a cucumber martini, and that's what we like. We're twins.
Oh, no, I don't want that. It's too sweet for me. I don't
come
want
on.
sweet. No, I'm not. I don't need that. I don't need that type of drink. I need something stronger and British, like my hot British man.
Oh, come here. I want my man by me.
Oh,
Come here.
no, yeah.
Oh, I'm going right here.
No,
Okay,
I want to go stand by you. I'm just looking at this. This is enough for me. This is just enough.
Florian, take your jacket off.
No,
You're my
don't
man.
look at him. Don't
Come here,
look
model. Come in. Oh, you're touching me.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain, honey. And see. Y'all, that drink conversation was a metaphor for their life.
I was dying.
I was dying, and I also wanted a cucumber martini.
They are delicious.
They are delicious.
Gay people love shit like that, y'all.
So they start fighting, and then... But I have to say, some people... Stacy was being a bitch.
She was being awful.
Awful.
And people, and like Tom
And Tom was
strangely was like agreeing with Stacy. Stacy was like pushing Darcy's buttons, which you could see that they now do that with each other.
They now do that with each other.
Stacy lords her relationship over
And then
her.
Tom keeps asking, "Why are you bothered by this, Stacy? You shouldn't, Darcy. You
she's a
shouldn't be
human
bothered
being.
at all. Why are you bothered by Stacy? Don't pay any attention to her." And I'm like,
Y'all, we're Team Darcy in this.
I am too.
I am totally
I am
Team Darcy.
Totally Team Darcy. I think she got ganged up on.
Yeah.
Florian actually was the. You know what I kind of want? I kind of think Stacy and Tom are great for each other, and I want Darcy to get that Florian D.
I agree, and Darcy got drunk later, and so did Florian.
Ooh.
And drunk Darcy walked out of the bathroom.
I
like
thought she went into the kitchen at first because it kind of looked. I thought she just walked out
like a giraffe that had just been born. Like when you've been sitting on a D too long.
because she said he. Because Stacy said he loves me, Darcy. He loves me for life, and Darcy was like, I can't handle that. And then she walked out and left and went to the kitchen. But I found out it was later a bathroom.
And she's got a napkin stuck to her foot,
Yeah,
and she's walking like a giraffe with those heels. And
yes,
they're outside, and then, trying to save the day, drunk Florian comes out.
Oh, Florian.
So this is another installment.
Another
installment of
installment?
90 Days Theater, 90 Days Gays Theater, this is Florian trying to cheer up Darcy. Y'all, I've been waiting on this for a long time. He's my favorite character in this entire show. So, don't be sad, Darcy.
I'm not sad. I'm not sad.
You need to be you and relax in the love.
I don't know if he loves Florian. I don't know if he loves me.
What? This is rubbish. He love you.
No, he's my 007. He's my hot British man, but I don't know.
No, it's okay. Here is your Tom. Here is your Tom. And,
No.
it's okay because nobody perfect. And you are now my sister.
No, I am not. Don't tell me I'm a fucking needy woman.
No, Darcy. I need the love. Every fucking body need the love.
Can I suck your dick?
And scene.
Scene.
Y'all, if I could impression one person for the rest of my life, it would be Florian.
If I could see one confessional, that drunk confessional
Oh
of
my
Darcy's
God.
just like, by the way, I just recreated it, but y'all can't see this, but I did all of that with
You
my
did all
eyes closed, just
You
like
did.
Darcy did, because they never open
And then
once.
she kind of loses her consciousness at the end.
And she's like,
It's like,
"Ugh."
bleh,
I'm
bleh.
just like, whatever.
I need to watch Drunk Darcy again.
And then she's like, Tom, she said, Tom's not in love with me yet. And he's like, well, why not, Darcy? And then it comes down where she says, because I'm not good enough for you.
And then I went,
oh, you know what? It's worse when people, it's horrible when people are acting out and they don't have the awareness to know it. But then when they know it and they're still acting that way, that's sad. And that's why our heart goes out to Darcy this week.
yo, I'm sadly Team Darcy on all of this. Next week we go back to England, and we meet. Well, we've already met her. We get to spend a lot more time with Tom's sister, who talks like this, who was definitely dropped in out of a dumpster.
I don't know where she learned how to put on blush, but it literally looks like it looks like a fat man sat in blush, and then she gave him a rim job and came up
Yes,
for air,
that's
and
what it
it's
looks
just
like.
all over her cheeks.
And something happened to that family tree.
Something happened on the way to heaven.
Either he learned to speak from a different place entirely, or he's.
But she's just like, anyway, somebody else who I surprisingly had empathy for. Let's talk about our next Lonely Hearts. I had empathy for Jennifer and Tim this week.
and Tim.
Jennifer and Tim.
Yeah.
Y'all, again, people go, I don't think Tim is gay. I really don't.
I don't either.
But he's got some
I'm
shit
just
that's messed
Metro,
up.
y'all.
I'm
just Metro.
Yes,
That's a term no one's used in about 20 years.
They're making out in the bed. They're making out, and Tim just gets in his head. He's like, I don't know. I just...
You want some coffee or something?
Well, here's the deal.
He's like, I just got inside my head, you know.
He just wants Cheetos. I'm telling you, he's just thinking about Cheetos.
That's all I want, y'all. Some Chester Cheetos.
That's why he can't fuck her. Anyway.
And they apparently, according to Jennifer, they did not consume completely.
They did not. We did not consume completely, producer. So you didn't have sex? No, we did not have sex.
And also, this idea that it needs to be perfect, that he's got his idea. These people are so obsessed with ideals, and it makes me want to
Fantasy,
yell at them
yeah.
and like shake them and say, nothing is perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. Go out there and live your fucking lives without overthinking them. And if you're sitting here listening to this and you're thinking, I just really want the perfect mate. I really want the perfect relationship.
Perfect job.
Guess what? It doesn't happen.
Make the best
Get
of it.
what you're going to do, deal with. I've been dealing with like like students saying perfect shit like that. I'm done with allowing that. I'm done with allowing it for listeners.
Don't do it, y'all.
Perfection doesn't exist. Live your fucking lives.
It doesn't.
Anyway,
That's true.
I just jumped on the truth bomb.
Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. So not a lot happens first. Let's really just get to this. But
They
let's
didn't
just get
fuck.
to this trip. or not trip,
the
this
canyon.
canyon, which looked...
Chickamauga Canyon.
There was a terrifying scene with birds, and that's the only time that
I knew. Then you kind of blacked out. And then
Yes, I woke up and I said, whatever Tim didn't want to do there, I agreed with.
Tim's like, I don't like that shit.
But he is such a bitch in this.
He was grumpy cat. He was full on grumpy cat. He was in a bad mood.
And I think you know why it was? Because, y'all, he was wearing capri shorts. Because, that's the most upsetting to me.
Not only just capris, he was wearing, y'all, I had on my white sleeveless.
With a stain on it.
And got my dog tags always. And I got my really rad hat that's got gringo on it.
Y'all, I used to, don't get me wrong, Jake and I
had some capris and they looked faggy.
I loved capri shorts. Oh, loved with a good sandal.
I looked like a homosexual that you'd find in the dictionary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gays don't wear those anymore.
Like someone that's just walking around that lives in like Amarillo, Texas, and you see them all the time in the Barnes & Noble in the gay section.
Yeah, that was me.
That was me.
Anyway,
y'all, I had a problem with that. So Tim doesn't want to swing. He says he's afraid of heights, and this is, I've got to say, I mean, I don't love that Jennifer calls him a pussy. I'm done with that.
Yeah, it's not a great term.
It is emasculating to him, but I do think that she has really seemed like she's wanting to do all these fun things for him and like show him her family, her culture, and he doesn't want to do any of it. He just wants to go to Olive Garden, and that's it.
I think he's just much more of an indoor kid, which is strange because he designs guns.
I think he designs guns to compensate for something.
Yeah,
I think he really wants to probably be like Craig and make pillows.
Maybe. I don't think he's gay, though.
I don't think he's gay. I'm just...
something's off.
Here's the deal, though, and this is something that happens a lot in our culture. Poodle and I have talked about a lot. We talked about a lot with this Craig on our Southern Charm. Y'all, if you haven't listened to our Southern Charm podcast called Sweet Tea, be sure to check it out on all of our River Mails, Bitchcraft. We got a bunch of shows. But what I was going to say is, especially where Tim's from, you cannot be a sensitive male. You cannot be a sensitive, artistic male unless you are gay. Then people say it's okay.
Then it's okay.
But if you're straight in that,
no, it's true.
You can't. You can't navigate that. And I think Tim is doing a little bit of that. Jake, have you ever been in a swing like that?
Many times.
many times.
Y'all, I'm afraid of heights, and I just have to say, Jennifer knows that. So I'm not saying she did not take him there, but they could have talked about it a little bit more. The whole thing felt a little more staged to me than it should have. But,
maybe, but she seemed she's so pretty, and then when she gets angry, she's so ugly.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, nothing
I didn't
really.
have a ton.
I had 3 sentences for our Lonely Heart Caesar.
I did have one quote unquotable for Tim that said from Jennifer. It says, "I don't need that. I don't want that. I refuse to it." And that is exactly what I've said with things like when people say, "Do you want to do a Tough Mudder with me?" or a Drynuary.
Boy, you would never do us. Ooh.
Or when it's like a little tiny...
When they do say Sober September, Jake just screams.
Or one of those penises when you open it up and it's just a cashew and a bird's nest.
Yeah.
I will repeat, I don't need that. I don't want that. I refuse to it.
I agree with that.
Room.
I agree with that.
And I'm never doing a Tough Mudder. Y'all can just keep on asking.
So here's my big thing with Caesar. Y'all, nothing really happens.
His life is ruined.
His life is ruined.
And I'm like, now it's ruined?
He's packing up. He's thinking, they're leading us on that he's going to try to maybe go to the Ukraine. That's really all that happens. But the main thing that happened with Caesar is, why pack the panties? leave them for some frat guy and a woohoo girl that are going to make a baby in Cancun.
I wrote that they took up a third of the suitcase.
It was so much. Just leave them. You're not going to use them.
Well, I think he was actually being merciful because those panties were like, well, we're getting packed now.
Oh.
So, who knows? We may yet fulfill our destiny of being a Russian woman's vagina.
I hope so. My friend Richard, he was supposed to be in vagina. He ended up just getting shoved in some gay guy's ass who was on meth.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
Oh, let's just hope for the best. Oh, the suitcase lid. Oh.
Exactly. Thank you for that reenactment of the closing of the packet. That really was a detail.
I brought it all in.
It really
it's the
did.
details that matter.
It's the details. Y'all.
Anyway,
Our
yeah.
last lonely heart is Rebecca. I don't have a ton for them either, but Rebecca and Zied.
I was just going to say, Caesar's, it's a
I'm
mess.
sorry.
And he's thinking about going to Ukraine. He's thinking about trying to get to her. This is also, I feel like, the most forced storyline because there have been people who are saying that it didn't really happen.
I will say, though, if Caesar actually wanted to go to the Ukraine to meet her, I would give money to that GoFundMe.
To see it.
I am sick of everybody's GoFundMe for their film or this.
I
or
would
they
love to see
Or they
that.
want a tattoo, but I would pay for that.
Because I'd like to see her face when he shows up.
Yes. Her real face. Anyway, our last Lonely Hearts, Rebecca and Zied.
Rebecca.
They're driving around. He's throwing trash away. Rebecca's trying to tell him, you can't do that in America because of money.
And they'll throw you out. And he says in response to her, every day I love you more.
I wrote that too, actually, because it was creepy.
It's the way he says things.
So, long story short on this one, y'all, he borrows $200 from Rebecca.
Actually, he borrows 300, or no, more like 500. So what I tell my guys.
Yeah.
Can I have 500?
This is a DNR because he wants to buy a ring for Rebecca. So he literally is using Rebecca's fucking money to buy Rebecca a fucking engagement ring.
And he thinks it's romantic.
And it's in a heart-shaped box, y'all.
I wrote that down too.
I mean,
that's very subtle.
Very
subtle.
I don't have hope.
Locked inside this heart-shaped box
for love.
That's Nirvana.
Y'all,
you don't know that song.
I don't know that song. Y'all, there's an ambulance. I feel like we need to keep saying it because several of you mentioned you stop on the middle of the road. So there's not really an ambulance by you right now.
That's called meta theater.
Y'all, this is why you need to share this show. You need to tweet this show. You need to put it on your Facebook. You need to tell your friends because the more people we have doing this and we eventually hopefully can get paid for this, we'll rent a studio so we don't have to do this.
We don't have to do this in my apartment. Yeah, that'd be nice. Anyway, that's the show, y'all.
I think that's all that really I have. I will say it was great seeing his sister again and his sister being like, wow, you just borrowed money for her. Even she was like, fuck, dude.
He's like, I thought you had money.
Yeah, she was like, this is not good. And that's all I had too.
What was your straight people be crazy?
Actually, my straight people be crazy actually was the borrowing the money for the ring because gay people wouldn't do that. We would go suck off an old guy and date him for a month to get the money for our twink boyfriend.
That's true.
That's what you would do, and that's American hustle.
That's amen.
What's yours, Poodle?
Mine is probably the fact that Tim and that we find out they hadn't had sex. And the fact that you're with someone in a bed for the second time.
Who's that hot?
And I'm not even girls, but I would have sex with her.
I mean, you would try.
That's more accurate. You put two gay guys in a bed, they're at least going to go oral on each other.
Oh,
At least. I mean, like 10 seconds after the door 10 seconds after the lights go out, there's hand jobs going on.
I mean, exactly. They wouldn't have anal either.
That's
because
not moving too fast, right?
No, not at all. It's just
making sure.
Getting to know all about you. Getting to like you. Hope you like me too.
And with that, with the Rodgers and Hammerstein.
With the Rodgers and Hammerstein. We're going to end the show, y'all. We do want to remind you, you can go to all the Sissy That Talk podcast network. You can go to sissy.talk.com or where you can find them all on iTunes. We've got Sweet Tea, we've got Bitchcraft, we've got River Mails, we have
and Deep Dive, Finding Prince Charming.
We have
Back TBT time.
Yes, you can listen to Dear Maddie. But thank you so much for listening to.
We love all our new
this
listeners
show.
We're getting.
We have to say our show has doubled in a month, so it's very exciting for us.
I'm humbled. I really am.
We are #humbled, and we want to let you know that we're hearing what you're talking about. We're planning on doing stuff. We actually are going to be doing a crossover with 90 Day. We scheduled it
with 90 Day Cray Cray.
We're going to be doing a crossover, so that's going to be coming the month of October. And
if you don't follow 90 Day Cray Cray, don't listen to that podcast.
You should.
You should.
You should. And again, thanks for Talker of Shits who gave us the Instagram shout out today.
Thank you, Talker of Shits.
And I think that's about it. I just want to remind everybody that, y'all, these are a lot of lonely hearts that are looking for love, but really, we're all just lonely hearts.
We're all lonely hearts, y'all. And if you thinking about going across the world and finding somebody and marrying them, call us.